Hello once again, my name is Jose Trujillo. I'm a fine art artist and I'm coming to you from my art studio to talk to the creatives, painters, photographers, interior designers, all of the creative type out there, okay? This is one thing that pops up quite frequently, and the question is what to do if you feel burned out, or what about burnout? You know, it comes out often. People are like, you're so invested in your business, in your career, or whatever it is that you're doing. You're in the studio a lot, or you're grinding, you're marketing, you're doing whatever you need to do. And what about burnout? You know, do you burn out? Do you miss time with family, or do you miss time, alone time, personal time, or your health? Do you sleep well? All that kind of stuff. I wanted to talk about this because many people have this concern about burning out, and I believe that if you're burning out in work, if you feel like you're burning out at work, you need to, first of all, you need to put in a balance what is most important, right? Is it working 18-hour days and sleeping just a few and this and that, and spend only 20 minutes with the family or whatever? You got to put it in a balance first. I'm not talking about time management. I'm talking about what is most important. Once you put things in balance, you have to, I believe, you have to look at how you're working. See, many of us tend to feel like we're working a lot, but in reality, we're not. We're kind of spinning in circles, or the hamster wheel, if you know what I'm talking about. When people feel like, oh, I'm in a hamster wheel, or just chasing their tails, just working around something, but not really getting anything done. What I believe is that many of us tend to be very busy, but that doesn't mean that you're working or that you're progressing. In my mind, that's what causes burnout. The fact that you're overthinking stuff, the fact that you're always busy, that you're moving here, oh, I have to do that now, oh, and now I have to call this person, and you always seem busy, but you don't really have a plan, a target, a to-do list, or a goals, setting your large goals, and then your short-term goals, your long-term goals, and your short-term goals, and your to-do list as to how to get there. I don't want to overcomplicate this video, but if you're feeling burnt out, pay attention to how you're working. I believe that it has to do more. I believe it's 99% that it has to do with the fact that you may be working undisciplined. You may not be disciplined. You may be working on autopilot, and that creates a lot of problems. That makes you focus a lot on something and then neglect something else, and then try to catch up. That creates so many problems because when you're unfocused, you tend to be undisciplined, and if you don't create a to-do list or things that you consistently do and repeatedly do every day, like an exercise, like those of you who go to the gym persistently, you have your arm day, your leg day, or this or that. It's the same way with business. It's the same way. There's no burnout because you have a plan and you stick to it. And rather than many of us get sidetracked because we we embark on a new project and that's all we want to do, and we binge on it, and that creates a lot of problems. So if you're feeling burned out, I believe that it's because you're not working with a discipline. You must get a discipline and stick with it, and you will see everything changing. That it has changed for me, and I just wanted to share it with you. My name is Jose Trujillo, and I'm a fine art artist. Thank you so much for watching.